Change your diet, change your life, change the planet.
What's up? I'm in Portland at the Northwest Veg Fest, and I'm walking around and I hear this voice echoing around the hall. It sounds really familiar. And it's this guy's voice. Check it out.
What's up, y'all? Robert Cheeke in the house, MC at the event, spotted Tim, announced him over the microphone to thousands of people. It was an awesome time.
Embarrassing. Okay, so here's the deal. Robert has a wrist injury and he can't lift heavy weights. I'm gonna let him tell the story, but anyways, the point is this. He started to run, all right? So I'm in trouble. This guy's coming, so let's talk about running.
It's a little bit of a waddle right now. I'm just getting the hang of it, getting my web feet so I can be like an Orden duck runner. But I had a wrist injury. I've really kept it kind of quiet, but snapped my wrist lifting weights, hurt my back lifting weights. Couldn't walk for a while, decided I would slowly get back into it, want to do something in fitness, and I started running. So my friend Karen Oxley really got me started, training for a half marathon, and I'm just joining in with her training. So here I am, running along.
So are you going to do the half marathon?
I plan to do a half marathon.
When is it?
It's in late October, October 28th or so, maybe November in case we push it back. But I've run as far as about 10 miles so far. So, awesome. And it felt pretty easy. So
now, what's your weight at right now?
I weighed yesterday. Normally I don't know, actually. I stepped on a scale. I'm staying at my friend's house. He's a vegan bodybuilder, so I stayed on a scale. It was 177.2.
Okay, so you're down quite a bit.
Down from 195.2 probably. So, yeah. So.
And how long has it been since you've done any strength training?
I haven't. Right now it's September. I haven't lifted weights since May. Okay. So, do the math, whatever that is.
Are you doing anything for your legs? Or nothing at all?
Just running right now. Yeah.
Awesome.
Because the back injury too, I don't even want to bend over to pick up. I have a hard time bending over to flush the toilet or brushing my teeth. I mean, I have to be real careful. So running's something I can somewhat comfortably do, and taking it one step at a time, no pun intended.
I had knee issues when I first started running, when I started the Running Raw project, and it significantly limited what I could do. And I had to change my footwear, I had to change my stride, like where I land. I'm now a midfoot striker, which you hear about in the book Born to Run.
Yeah.
And it's made a significant difference. I no longer have knee issues. So have you been working on your form at all? Like, how do you run? Are you conscious of your form? Are you conscious of your footwear when you're running? Because I want you to start out right. I want you to be successful.
Yes, I'm glad you asked, because I feel like I'm a rookie all over again. I ran NCAA for one season at Oregon State University and ran against University of Oregon and many other big programs. So I do have that as a background, but I feel like I'm starting over. It's been 12 years, so I'm just getting into the hang of it, and I don't know much about it. In fact, I posted on some of the running pages on Facebook, and I was saying, hey, I got some insoles, is that a good idea? And everyone says, oh, you're heel striking. I didn't even know the expression. They said, okay, you need to hit the midfoot, and so I was conscious of that. My last run, 6.5 miles, 7:42 mile pace, I was conscious of how I hit the ground, how I strike, but I've had no professional advice. I don't even know what shoes to wear, what socks to wear. I'm just getting started all over again. I'm a beginner. I'm ready to learn. Give me some tips. What do you got?
All right, so for shoes.
Shoes, I'm new.
You want something lightweight.
Lightweight.
8 ounces or less.
Okay.
So you don't want a shoe that controls the motion of your foot, motion control. So you want as minimal structure as possible in the shoe, because all of that structure, all of that motion control is for a heel striker.
Okay.
So if you're landing mid-foot, which is not the ball of your foot, it's just the beginning of your arch.
Okay.
And if you're landing mid-foot, so you're using your arch as a cushioning mechanism,
okay,
you're not going to need all that protection, but you are going to need some cushion there, just because you don't want to, slam your bones on pavement, concrete. You weren't designed to run on concrete.
Okay.
And you want to work on a shorter stride.
Really?
Shorter strides.
Interesting.
You want to focus on picking your foot up more than you focus on pushing your foot off. See, now as a strength athlete, you probably want to focus on the push-off.
Yeah,
but as a
using
runner,
my calves a lot,
you
and
really want to
hamstrings
focus on
includes.
just lifting the leg for the next stride. That's really the emphasis.
Okay.
And if you focus on lifting the leg, it naturally comes down on the midfoot.
Okay.
So when you push off, you can often overstride and end up with a heel strike. So there you go.
So what do you take? You take a little scale there and you weigh them? Or does it say on the shoe that they're 8 ounces or less?
You can look online
Okay.
Prior, like say if you want to buy from a local running shop and support them, look online first, find out the weights of the shoes. Saucony Kinvara is a really good shoe that I recommend. Also the Brooks Green Silence.
Okay.
And that shoe is a recycled shoe.
Cool.
So not only, I just ran my 50-kilometer race in the Green Silence.
Made some noise in that
Oh,
silent
they're
shoe.
awesome. Yeah, but the shoe is recycled.
Yeah.
So you're not,
Reduce, reuse, recycle. There you go.
Exactly. So Brooks Green Silence,
Okay.
Saucony Kinvara.
Well, thank you for the tips.
Yeah.
I do hope to see you at a race sometime. I hear about you. I still hear about you. I've overheard people talking about you in California, like, hey, there's this guy Tim who beats everybody, and he's, and he's like, he's beating all the young kids too. So, doing some awesome work out there.
Thank you, Robert.
Yeah.
Now, are you interested in competition as a runner, or are you just getting excited about running again?
It's a much longer video, man. I've been studying Eastern philosophy, and the whole idea of competition is something that I'm not even real comfortable with anymore. That I'm better than somebody else, or someone else is better than me, or that someone's is gonna judge that based on physique or a time or whatever. The enjoyment should come from the experience, not from the result or look how good I am, and ego gets involved then, and then it gets so complicated and so much about like, hey, look at me versus look at the result, or look at the fun and the passion fulfilled, look at the health benefits, look at the whole journey itself. So I'm not worried about competition, and when I run a half marathon with Karen, I'm gonna run right by her side at her pace. I'm not worried about time, I'm worried about supporting my friend, because that's meaningful and that will be beneficial for both of us.
Now, this sounds like quite a variance from bodybuilding. Like,
Yeah.
this is a whole new philosophy you've got going on here.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? Like leaving bodybuilding behind and moving into a less competitive, you're the spotlight focus.
I feel really good about it. I haven't talked much about it. Most people don't even know that I'm done bodybuilding. They just say, hey, Robert, how come you're skinnier now? They told me this at the festival. I hear this all the time. I said, hey, I had some injuries, those things happen. I also don't like the drugs, the supplements, the exploitation of women, all the other stuff, the crazy diet stuff, the magic pills, the whole industry, the egocentric, look at me. I don't need that anymore. I mean, I was part of that for a while, but maybe I was just a young kid, I don't know. And now I'm 32 now, and maybe I'm a little more mature, or maybe I just got a little bit of enlightenment or awoke a little bit to some new ideas. I don't know, I just know I'm having fun trying something different.